Welcome back. The adventure continues. Last time, we were walking through the gorge towards Durford. Killed a whole bunch of lions. Then happened upon some ruins. And there were Crucible Knights there. And I'm like, alright, cool. You know, Crucible Knights. I'm like on fairly good terms with these people. Let's go talk to them. You know, maybe we can help each other out, share information, have sandwiches, you know, parlay. And they just instantly attacked me, and I'm like, what the hell? We could be eating sandwiches, but you want to fight? So, you know, I obliterated them, as I do.
Tell me.
And then I figured out how to get inside these ruins. And now I'm there. And there are spiders here. They are pretty damn tough. So let's explore further. I just rested.
I shall be discreet.
Pretty torn up in the last fight, but let's look. So there's that, and there's this.
I shall.
Let's look at the rest of the room first. We got runes on the ground. Is there gonna be some puzzling going on here? Got this opening that seems walled off. Alright, let's take a look at this. You are unable to understand the runes inscribed across this surface. Okay.
I'll stay out of sight.
What about this pit? This large tunnel curves underneath the floor and continues to the east. It's blocked by glistening ropes of webbing that you might be able to slide past. The walls beneath the webbing feel weak and crumbly. With the proper tools, you might be able to widen the passage. So I can try to widen it with the hammer and chisel. Try to break through the webbing or crawl under it. And I'm going to do none of that because I want to explore the rest of this area first before I venture into any new area.
Eyes open.
Man, those cries are creepy. Oh, undead. What is that? Scene Gula? I don't know what that is, but that does not look friendly. Oh boy. We got that. We got a shade. Another shade. Two more shades. Oh boy. Oh, I am not liking this. Alright. Gotta be smart about this.
Hey. All right then.
Oh, no. Back. Okay.
How may I
I'll
help?
have to get back.
Indeed.
Get beef stick over here.
Got it.
I'm ready.
Palagina here.
What?
Endurance here. Alright.
Yes?
I'll move up just a little more.
Yes?
Maybe he can cast a fireball in there. Hopefully he can cast the fireball there without having to move up. Now hold on, I'm gonna wait until I get a couple of them. I'm gonna get maximum shades. It looks like there's four shades. Or not. I thought they were just going around the circle, but I guess they're going deeper than that. There's one. And okay, now cast that.
Ready.
Now he's got some AoE spells. Like this, but that's a small AoE. What's the range on this? 15 meters. Okay, he can do this. Let's put that down right there.
What?
Endurance. Let's try to get a shade just completely dead. Attack a shade.
I'm ready.
Gina, attack a shade. Stick, attack a shade. Other attack a shade. Alright, here goes nothing.
Arthur, die!
Alright.
Hey.
Melee. Melee.
Tell me.
I have a good line for him, but it doesn't really matter since these guys can phase right through it.
What?
Let's get some Holy Radiance down.
How may I help? Need something?
Let's get another one of these bursts. It's fast casting, so it should be pretty good. No, 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 don't move up, don't move up. Oh, you stay right there.
Tell me.
Yeah?
Alright, there.
Tell me.
Ah, phased right through me, of course.
I'm ready.
Huh?
No, 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 wait, wait, wait. I don't want to get blasted by that. Alright, the shades are pretty hurt, which is good. Is he done with that spell? I guess so. Alright. Alright, Beef Stick, do your thing.
Yes? Yeah? What?
Alright, so far so good.
Yes?
And that just changed quickly. Wow, that was a nasty attack.
What?
Alright, Durance, lay down a heal. Badly injured. Near death. Alright.
How may I help?
Gotta take this out. Another one phased right through me. Alright.
Need something?
Beast form time.
What? Fiery whore of a goddess! Need something? Yes? Yes?
And Alaf is down. Just moments before she went down. Damn it, he couldn't have survived for another second. Oh well, no problem. I got this fight under control.
I'm ready.
Alright, Durance, you can go back to Missile.
Need something?
Back, move over just a little bit. There you go. And he can get over here. wasn't too bad. Aleph got kind of torn up, but besides that, not too
How may
bad.
I help? Hey.
Huh?
I'm ready.
What? Ready.
All right.
How may I help?
Oh, what do we have here? Warbow and some gemstones. Damn it, I need a hunting bow, not a warbow.
And what does the flame reveal?
I'm getting closer to leveling up anyway. Small white stones bloom from the rock. They all feel firmly fixed in place, but there's a hollow where one appears to have been removed. Interesting. We have here. Oh, I can talk to that, huh? As a green light spills from the relief's eyes, you hear another deep, rough-edged voice. Desire is the aim of the soul. It is purpose and direction, the sharpened point of a blade. Speak your ambition that your soul may strike true. I desire resilience and the ability to draw strength from my struggles. I aim to be a mightier version of who I am today. I would inspire those around me and lend my strength to our common purpose. I wish to subdue my foes with power. So does this grant me a stat bonus? Or will this trick me and Alright, well, I'd like to be stronger. I aim to be a mightier version of who I am today. So it shall be. The symbol glows to life on the wall. It pulses with light, smoldering against the lichen-covered wall. A vessel of flesh may house a soul for years, but a vessel of bronze will house a soul for generations. Enter the water and choose a vessel of stone. What? What just happened? Enter the water. What water? Near the entrance where it was draining out? Or maybe I'm encounter some water?
I shall be discreet.
Surely no water here. Spectre? There's surely gonna be more undead than just that.
Hey.
I'm ready.
Yeah?
What? Ready. Hey.
Huh?
This is the part where
Quest?
Spectre phases right through me. I'm sure. Or not. Alright, that works.
Huh?
Huh?
Tell me.
Aye?
Those wailing sounds are creepy as hell.
Laying low.
Indeed.
Oh, more specters. And one of these, oh boy, crap. Alright, might as well unload into one of them.
Yes?
I gotta get Alaf out of there.
Yeah?
Doesn't matter that much because they're just gonna phase right through
Quit.
me anyway, but I can at least try to form
Hey.
a line.
I'm ready.
Crap, already engaged.
I'm ready. Tell me.
Yeah?
Oh crap.
I'm ready.
This is gonna suck.
Huh?
What is blocking him? How is there no clear path? You
Quit.
gotta be kidding me. Alright, screw it. Gotta attack. Wow, Alaf down already. That was super duper quick.
Yeah?
No time to mess around. Gotta go into beast mode.
Ready.
I'm gonna use my power. If only my barbarian's frenzy ability had this fast casting speed, I might actually use it once in a while. Because it takes forever to cast, I never ever use it. Damn, Edir is surrounded. Alright, Durance, we need you to lay down a healing circle.
Quit.
Man, I really should have saved it. I don't know if I'm surviving this fight.
Hey. Hey.
Wow, stale gear mode is weak as hell.
Ready.
He hasn't hit that thing once. Holy shit. Fucking useless. And he's down.
What?
I'm ready.
Alright, what do we got? What's the radius on this? It's a pretty good radius. Yeah, Palgina makes the most sense.
Yeah?
Alright, the blessing's active.
Quit.
Huh?
Useless.
Wow, Eder's getting torn up. Drink the potion.
What? Fiery whore of a goddess! Fiery whore of a goddess!
Finally, another one down. Alright, let's get beef stick over here. Get him closer so Eder can get heals off of that.
Yeah?
I might just survive this battle. What we got?
What?
Tell me.
Alright, we got the Spectre hurt.
What?
Lay down another heal on Eder. Actually, that's almost dead. Cast it on this shade. Cool, that's dead.
Tell me. Man, can't hit these damn things. Oh, it's just graze after graze after graze.
Yeah?
Alright, thank goodness. Approach and make yourself known to me. Wow. This place is
Yes?
freaking rough.
Hey. How may I help?
Tell me.
I hate fighting those spirits so much. It's just,
Yes?
you can't control combat at all. I mean, I guess that's the point, but damn. I'm just glad I survived that. I'm gonna need to rest again. That'll be it for my camping supplies. I hope I can find some more in here.
Quiet.
I shall.
Looks like no other enemies. I'll reveal myself. The stone face's Adra eyes glow, and a voice rumbles from its open mouth. The past is the hilt of a weapon. The true warrior grasps it and knows his strength. Speak the quality that defines you. I bring people together. I'm at my best when working alongside with allies. I am consistent and reliable. I can work through any obstacle with patience and dedication. I'm bravest when things are at their worst. I face life's vigors head on and triumph. I let nothing get in the way of what needs to be done. I make the hard choices. I think I'm gonna go with the first one. I mean, I've been bringing all these different people together. So it is with your power. A symbol burns on the wall behind the stone head. I don't know what any of this stuff is doing, but okay.
Shh. Of course.
So that's this entire area. It's telling me to step into the water. Can I step into the water now? That's the only pool of water I see here. I haven't been this way yet, though. Whatever I do, I'm gonna need to camp, because Alof is almost dead. Well, let's camp. Let's see what's over here. Hopefully not more spirits. As much as I hated fighting those spiders, I'd much rather fight those than the spirits. Spiders, at least you can control to some degree. Interesting. Let's see. Alright, so we have a specter. A specter. That it? Just 2 specters? I can handle 2 specters.
Hey.
I'm ready.
Huh?
Aye?
Let's get Alof out of the way.
Hey.
Tell me.
Yeah?
Aye?
Nope, there's a 3rd specter.
What?
Aye?
Crap, Alof is engaged. Just
How may
can't
I
get
help?
him out of the way fast enough.
Yeah?
What?
I'm ready.
Alof's probably gonna go down again, but I'm gonna try. Is there gonna be another specter coming from right here?
Yeah?
Oh, does that center around him? He doesn't get the target? From caster, yeah. Okay, so maybe not. I need him closer to the center of the battlefield to do that. Let's try a different spell.
What? Yeah?
Wow, we're barely touching this specter.
Tell me.
Aye?
What?
Now it's pretty hurt.
What?
Yes?
And there goes Zaloff, as usual.
Yeah?
Tell me. Que?
Too late, already engaged. Ah. Oops, wrong person. Ah, it's one less Spectre.
Yeah?
Need something?
Looks like Heravius is about to go down. Maybe the healing circle will save him. Can he still cast while shape changed? I guess so.
What? Need something? Need something?
Yeah?
Yeah? Curses! I'm blinder than a horsehawk's back! Blast! What? Fire!
Huh?
I'm blinder than a horsehawk's back!
Alright. Well, these battles are rough, but they're
Yes.
doable. I'm gonna need to go back for supplies.
Aye?
Yeah?
Que?
Ready!
Yes? Of course.
Fading unintelligible runes cover this surface. That's it? That's all that's in here? Can I talk to the face up here? No, I cannot. Alright, well, guess next is to go in there, but I need supplies. And so hopefully there are merchants in Durford, because that's where I'm gonna go. And then we can come back here in the future. That in mind, with any luck, we could maybe pick up a hunting bow for Horavius too while we're there. 6 hours. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's hope it's a friendly village. How long we gotta stand out here? What do we have? Cowled man, cowled woman. Us, we're just minding our own business. Hey, Medriff. An elf idles by the road, watching the village across the river. He nods as you approach, and the cowled figure standing near him falls silent. Greetings, friend. Slow smile forms as he eyes you. I've heard of you. Word has it you've been busy in Defiance Bay. He draws closer. I'm busy too, and eager to finish my business and get back to the city. What business is that? Haven't you heard? There's a murderer on the loose, said to have gone mad with grief and strangled 12 healthy children when her own was Hallowborn. Damn. He nods at the figures with him. We've come all the way from Defiance Bay to bring her to justice. She's here? He nods across the river. She's hiding out in that village. We'd go in after her ourselves, but the problem is she knows our faces. There's no telling what she'd do if she saw us coming, and we'd like to avoid any further unnecessary bloodshed. He leans closer. Her name is Nifre. Nifre. She's in Orland. We want to get her out of town so that we can deal with her cleanly. She knows we're looking for her, but if someone were to convince her that it's safe to leave... I need to hear more about this. I'm not so sure about this. He lays a strong hand on your shoulder. A mad woman like that is everybody's problem, friend. Just keep an eye out. If you come across her, remember what I told you. I promise I'll make it worth your time. What did Nifra do exactly? She was responsible for the murder of all those babies in Defiance Bay. Remember? Terrible thing. But we'll make her pay alright. Well, any luck with her? Well, no, I haven't even gone into the village yet. First, what's here? Can I go in there? I can. What is it? Is it a church? Why, yes it is. Hello there, Father. May we parley? That would be stealing. Flames dance amidst scattered offerings. Keys, coins, and tiny skulls of birds and mice are mired and melted in hardened wax. You must be wanting Beodmar. He's out of town. I'm keeping the candles lit until he gets back. Well, can't you help me? Alright. Well, have fun with those candles. Hopefully this village has an inn. At least some stables or something I could crash in. What do we have here? Ah, souls to reach into. Rare new Halxidre. You see this woman lounging on a large divan. She takes dates from an ornate glass bowl and stuffs them absent-mindedly into her mouth while she stares out the window. She's unkempt, half-dressed, and occasionally yawns, seeming bored with her surroundings. Her room shares the same unkempt look as if it hasn't been cleaned in weeks. A layer of dust covers everything. Clothes and partially eaten food litter the floor, and the furniture is in need of upkeep and repair. A knock comes from the door of her chamber, and she lets out a quiet grunt, ignoring it. She grabs another handful of dates and starts throwing them into the air, one at a time, attempting to catch them in her mouth. She frequently misses, the dates bouncing to the floor, forming a makeshift ring around the divan. The knock comes again and she jumps, missing yet another date, which hits her on the forehead before rolling away. She grunts and looks at the door, exhaling sharply through her nose. A muffled and distant yell comes from somewhere outside the room. She rolls over on her side, facing from the door, and pulls a pillow over her head, trying to drown out the noise. She lies there for several minutes, eyes slowly closing as she slips into sleep. The door opens and someone enters the room, hesitantly making his way over the floor to stand by the divan. He reluctantly reaches out and touches her shoulder, shaking it gently. The pillow falls from her head and she turns to the man, a confrontational look on her face. "Mistress," he says, kneeling before her, "we need your help." The woman sighs heavily, rolling her eyes, and starts to stand. She grabs one last handful of dates and walks from the room, chewing noisily. Artevin Selwyntis. As you near, you see a fallen log lying on the moss-covered ground. The surrounding woods are quiet, everything calm and undisturbed. A small bird lands on one end of the log, warming itself in the sun. This man emerges from the trees, moving quickly, but not quite running. He places each foot with deliberate precision, making almost no noise. He jumps, landing on the log, and runs along its length. Only when he reaches the end does the bird take flight, startled, as if it didn't realize he was there. He jumps down from the log, landing next to a tree with a small branch jutting out from it just above waist level. He grabs the branch and pulls himself forward, giving him a short-lived burst of speed. He's coming to the edge of the forest, and buildings can now be seen through the trees. Sounds of life make their way through the air and to his ears. He leans forward, running to push his way through the tree line and onto the road beyond. He pulls himself up short and looks around, breathing heavily from the exertion. He doesn't seem to find what he's looking for and takes a place leaning on a nearby building. Several minutes pass and he smiles, pushing himself off the wall and walking out to meet a figure running up the road, breathing heavily and shaking its head. He informs the figure that he's going to have to try harder if there's any chance of beating him. He puts an arm around the other man's shoulder, reminding him that there's an ale at stake, and says it's about time to pay up. So they were racing? Vasily Raskolnikov. You see a Zarab gurgle gently as it falls to the ground, the victim of a small blade to the throat. A tall man in dark armor wipes the blade clean on his cloak before padding onwards towards the next guard. Another flash and the second Zorab is down, and the next, and the next. Finally, a scout spots him and raises a shout. Between one step and another, the man smoothly deposits the knife in his boot and draws two longswords, decapitating the closest Zorab in the process. He makes no sound but the sleek whistle of his blades as they pass through monster after monster before one lodges in the skull of one particularly hard-headed specimen. Unable to break it free, he discards his other sword and reaches for a spellbook. A cone of flames erupts from his hand, boiling the skin from three agonized from 3 agonized Zorops near and causing the remaining to scatter. The earth shakes and spikes of rock begin to pierce the surface as a nearby Zorop high priest attacks. A moment too late, as the bespelled man moves unnaturally quickly from ground to ground, attacking the remaining Zorops with sword and spell. Sweat burns his eyes as he conjures an enormous ball of fire, sending it screaming through the air toward the high priest and the remaining followers. Nothing but charred corpses remain after it passes. He falls to his knees, panting. Almost 80 Zorops falling around him. Just as he moves to get up, the ground begins to shake once more. Twice, 3 times. Huge footsteps, and then he dives behind a rock spike. A returning volley of fire singeing his cloak. The Drake has noticed him. Golden celery. I believe that was needed for a recipe. River Reed. Which recipe was that? Was that for exceptional? Shocking lash. Okay. All right, let's head into the village proper. A word, traveler. I only require a moment. House Herent Guard. The guard gives you an appraising eye. You've recently come to Durford, I take it. I don't suppose you saw a young elven noblewoman on the road. I'm stuck in this wretched place with the rest of my Yuna until we find her. I haven't seen anyone like that. Same as everyone else in this blazing village, he sighs. Perhaps you could go speak with Lord Herond at the inn anyway. He'll be grateful for the assistance, and it could be the locals will open up to you about his daughter's disappearance more than they have to us. I will do just that. If I can help us find his daughter, I will. So what's at this mill? Have you been to Defiance Bay? I heard there's no Hollowborn there. You heard wrong. Can't remember the last time we had a healthy birth in the village. The mill slowly grinds away at a trough of grain. Damn Gallowayne for monsters like that, and damn the rest of the gods too. Rumbold, let's talk. The man paces angrily in front of a wrecked animal pen, his sun-weathered face twisted with ire. He's so wrapped up in his fury that he doesn't seem to notice you. Gallowayne's slobbering beast, blazing bloody effigy, thrice damned salty wench and her soggy. What's wrong? That monster stole my pigs. Traipsed into the village, tore down my pen, and made off with the whole damn herd. Just left a few little runts, and what am I supposed to do with them? Calm down and tell me what happened. He bites his lip and closes his eyes. His nostrils flare with each quick, angry breath. Wife's always telling me to mind my temper. Just breathe deep and count to 10, he sighs. An ogre moved into the area not long ago. Folk had been seeing glimpses and tracks out in the wood, but it seemed to be staying away from town. Or so we all thought, until it made off with my pigs. Now everyone's afraid it's gonna develop a taste for kif, if it hadn't already. What do you mean to do now? I know it's too late to get my pigs back, but I'd set my mind at ease to see that thing's head shorn from its neck. In fact, you could bring its ugly pate to me, and I'll trade you for something that's of less use to a farmer like me than to a rowdy-looking sort like yourself. What do you know about the ogre? It's the same as any other, I'm sure. A big, ugly son of a bitch with a nasty temper and an appetite to match. Triggle could tell you more. He claims to have seen it in the wood. You could find them in the shop, right by the broken tower. Regardless, I'm sure it's nothing a big fellow like yourself couldn't handle. Oh, arms and armory. Nice. Raval Laren. You see a forest clearing, fog curling through the weeds on the ground in the cold morning air. The serenity of the scene is occasionally broken by a faint noise that echoes through the silence. This woman emerges from the trees and stops, dropping to the ground. She creeps to the edge of the clearing and crouches near a tree. She glances around furtively, listening intently in the growing light. She presses her back to the tree, tensing against it, ready to spring forward. From the distance comes another sound, a rustling in the undergrowth. At that, she shoots forward, keeping as low to the ground as she can. She puts a hand to her throat and makes a sound, a shrill bird call. But what emerges from her mouth seems to emanate from yards away. From behind her, near the source of the rustling, there is a brief grunting noise that is quickly silenced. She dives into a large bush at the edge of the tree line, keeping her head down and wriggling silently through the leaves and twigs. She takes a position in the bushes, turning to face the direction she came. She raises her hand again, this time mimicking a Stelgar, placing the roar directly behind the men failing to sneak up on her. More than one voice answers this call, all of them sounding panicked and hurried, all of them quickly moving this way, all thoughts of stealth forgotten. She backs out from under the bush to crouch behind it. As she pulls her bow from her back, she takes a shooting stance and waits for her hunters to appear. Winfrith, my man.
How do you do?
A portly, smiling man stands behind a warped wooden counter, polishing a buckler. He looks up. Haven't seen you before. Always glad to see a new face in town. Company's good for business, and chatter's good for the soul. That's what I always say. Anyhow, what can I do for you? So, what's been going on in Durford? We're a quiet little town. Not much happening here, especially not since the legacy hit. People realized they couldn't have babies and just stopped trying altogether. And that takes a lot of excitement out of day to day. If you can believe it. I can. Let's see what you got. Tall grass. Ooh, that is a badass pike. Or an expensive pike, anyway. Ooh, it's exceptional. Nice. Predatory. 10% of hits converted to crits. Overbearing. Crits can inflict prone. Increase your... Oh, wow. I can even afford it, too. A group of Adirn pikemen were so disciplined in battle that they garnered the attention of the Fairkening himself. He made them members of his personal retinue and ordered special weapons fashioned for them. They marched at the head of this procession, their movement perfectly synchronized and their pikes swaying like blades of grass in the wind. The pikemen became a public favorite during royal festivals and parades, and both they and their weapons earned the nickname Tall Grass. I can even afford that for Palagina. Let's see what else is here. The Hours of Saint Rumbold. Great sword. Annihilation. Plus half to crit damage multiplier. Overbearing crits can inflict. Accurate 3 plus 12 accuracy. Saint Rumbold was among the first of the Eothean pilgrims to take up the Emperor's offer of resettlement in the distant territory of Redsurs. A dedicated priest of the Shining God, Rumbold was regarded as a leader in his community, known for both his unwavering dedication to his congregation and his stern vigilance against lapses in doctrine. What survives of his sermons reflects his duality, for he emphasized the redemptive power of the faith, even as he warned against the dire punishment awaiting those who rejected Eothas' beneficence. The colonization effort brought Eothean settlers into direct conflict with the native Orlan populations, and Rumbold was among those credited with routing several brutal attacks upon the settlements. Ultimately, however, Rumbold was mortally wounded during a violent raid. Witnesses claimed that upon the moment of his death, Rumbold's body was suffused by an overwhelming burst of light, knocking the remaining Orlan warriors flat, or else scattering them back into the forest. Accounts arose of Rumbold's final hours describing the great miracles which were observed to have occurred during the day preceding his death. Eothas, it was said, had informed Rumbold of his fate, and the priest accepted this gladly and without fear, for he knew that death was only the first step in his rebirth. He subsequently marked each of his final 27 hours with a miraculous act, such that his congregation would know of the gift Eothas had bestowed upon him, and continue Rumbold's work in his stead. Rather than stanch the flow of Eothean settlers, Rumbold's death only encouraged more pilgrims to venture across the sea, eager to set their eyes upon the final resting place of Eothas' favorite servant. The Hours of Saint Rumbold was forged in dedication to his patron saint of the resettlement, and its blade is inscribed with markings counting the 27 hours before Rumbold's passing. In such manner was the blade imbued with the saint's power, it was said that a man might kneel before the sword and know with precision the moment of his death. Grudgekeeper. One of the many Orlan slaves freed by the 10 Years' Treaties, Mazwen Kas swore vengeance against those who had wronged her and her people, gathering a small group of fellow freed Orlans to perform night raids on known slavers. She would go on to join the Gref's forces in putting down the Cooper's Rebellion, if in an unofficial capacity, and it was at this point that she acquired an ornately carved rod from the home of the wealthy slave owner. Every time Cass brought down a foe, she would scratch a notch into the rod she wielded. By the time she lost possession of it, the rod bore a crisscross pattern along its length that many assumed was part of its original design. Ritezi Storm. Spear. Plus 5 accuracy and plus 4 accuracy from Fine. Valiant, plus 10 accuracy below 50% endurance. Extra damage below endurance. Crushing Rush. Wow, this is a badass spear. The sight of Ritezi on the battlefield was something no combatant ever forgot. Stocky and short, even by Orlan standards, Ritezi insisted on using a spear in lieu of any other weapon offered him. To the frequent shock of his comrades, Ritezi proved an unstoppable force on the battlefield. No matter how overwhelming the odds, Ritezi could take down opponents with almost comical ease, leaping great heights to bring his spear down upon his foes with crushing force. Whenever it seemed that Ritezi might at last meet his end, the fearless Orlan would find the second wind and fight with renewed conviction. Fine crossbow, fine. Hunting bow, fine quarterstaff, mosquito. One-handed rapier, accurate, fine, training of concentration. This finely crafted but unassuming rapier was created in the hot and humid forests of the Sithwood. Its first owner was a minor nobleman named Edwin Grundmeth, known in social circles for his obsequious manner and annoying habit of lingering too long when he was not wanted. Edwin had little use for the blade in the courts he frequented. When Edwin died an unnotable death, the blade passed to his young niece, Cadend Grundmeth. She found the weapon had characteristics of her uncle, good at interrupting at inopportune times, draining the life out of anyone it came into contact with, and generally an annoying presence. It was Cadent who gave the rapier its nickname, Mosquito, and used it regularly in court duels. The weapon passed to Edwin's grandson in the Durwood upon her death, a Thane of Swissrun. He was lost during a Glanthathan raid. Mosquito was lost with him, as he had no descendant and none of the Grundmeths of Eder have made a claim on the rapier. It has circulated among anonymous Glanthathans and their wooden owners ever since. Angios Gambason. +2 athletics, +10 reflex. The renowned Valiant acrobat Angio wore this garment while performing jaw-dropping feats that seemed to defy the laws of nature and the standards of good sense. He would leap and tumble across wires suspended high above the ground, and while there is no evidence that this Gambason actually reduced his intelligence, his concern for safety lessened as his fame and skill grew. He forswore that wearing of safety harnesses and eventually the use of any kind of safety rope, claiming that these tethers limited his ability to perform. While his skill never failed him, one of the tight ropes unfortunately did. He plunged to his death at the foot of Ansenza Fortress. Fine hard armor, fine light armor, fine padded boots. Boots of Zealous Command. Zealous Command bonus. Times 1.2 Zealous Aura area of effect. That is cool, but she's already wearing boots. And the AoE is usually good enough. An officer in the Dracosi Paladini of Old Valia First Wardies. It is said that those under her command knew her by the sound of her approach and stood a little straighter in her presence. She was known throughout the order for her inspirational leadership. Then again, I could give those boots to somebody else. Voice of the Mountaintop. I mean, I could put these on Palgina and give the boots Palgina's wearing to somebody else. Chanter area of effect bonus times 1.2. Okay, that would be for Kana, who's not with me right now, but I could still buy it for him. Dwarven chanters of the White March are said to have mastered projection techniques to such a degree that they can trigger distant avalanches with their voices. Whether or not this specific rumor is true, they are known to chant between peaks and across rugged valleys, exchanging messages with their brethren across great distances. This amulet was forged by an ancient order of druids in the White March, precursors to the Ethic Knoll of Twin Elms. It was worn and passed down from one watchman to the next, men and women who stood guard atop the high peaks, ready to warn their fellows of approaching armies. And tools. Alright. So first off, let's sell a bunch of stuff. That's a good bit of money. That's a lot of money. So I think I am gonna get tall grass for Palagina. That is a badass pike. And I'll buy the boots of Zealous Command. And I have a feeling I'll find a fine hunting bow somewhere. Kinda don't feel like paying for one, so let's trade. Alright. This pike is badass. So right now she's doing 29 to 44 with an accuracy of 51. No difference. Oh wait, she's... yeah. My bad. I have it still selected on the gun. Alright. 19 to 27, accuracy 56. 21 to 30, accuracy is 60. And all those other badass bonuses. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And on top of that, let's add some shock damage to it. That's what I'm talking about. This pike is super duper badass now. She's gonna be freaking stabbing dudes and just obliterating them. Now the boots. So I could give her these boots. And I could put these boots on somebody else that's on the front lines, like Beefstick or Adair. Alright. That'll work for now. And we will save the game here. And we'll pick up from here next time and explore the rest of the town.